show hitting the scene. Shit tales of Oz and foreigner dreams. Tales are crazy wild as the wind. Raps and madness can make you spin. Shit tales rolling forward is king. The podcast chaos, it's a wild thing. Tune in folks for a hell of a ride. Crazy stories far and wide. From down under to the Sunshine State, mishaps and mayhem can't escape fate. Chuvalo and Croc Dundee, a wild ride on Podcast C. Shit tales rolling forward is king. Podcast chaos, it's a wild thing. Tune in folks for a hell of a ride. Crazy stories far and wide. From down under to the Sunshine State, mishaps and mayhem can't escape fate. Chuvalo and Croc Dundee, a wild ride on Podcast C. Shit tales rolling forward is king. Podcast chaos, it's a wild thing. Tune in folks for a hell of a ride. Crazy stories far and wide.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Craptown Florida Man Power Ranking Podcast. I am your host, NCR News Network, joined by friend, colleague, and all-around solid bro of the Emu Army, Mr. Anthony Caruso.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, NCR, and everyone listening from right around the world. Welcome to another podcast. Looking forward to this episode 51. And I can confirm, ladies and gentlemen, yes, as you can read, I have been marked safe from Russell Crowe.
Jesus Christ, what's going on with your voice? You been gargling kangaroo balls again?
Oh, Jesus. You know what? Given the current state of my throat, it probably would have been a better situation me gargling kangaroo's balls, to be honest. Most likely just overuse from presenting at football grand finals over the weekend.
I told you, you got to stop drinking with Reggie and the boys.
Mate, but there's just such good shit that Reggie has in the bar these days.
I know, but still. Before we start, a quick word from today's sponsor at Aura. Today's sponsor is Aura. We spend more time online. We need to keep our data safe. This is where today's sponsor, Aura, comes in. Aura is an all-in digital security and credit monitoring app. Aura gives you 24-hour monitoring, parental controls, scam call protection, and most importantly, identity protection. And why is that last one important? Some websites and apps ask you to verify your identity by sending in a photo of your ID. A few weeks ago, the app T was hacked, where that information was leaked. But Aura can also remove that data from data brokers who sell your data without you knowing. Take a look for yourself what Aura has done for me. What you're seeing is all the websites that data brokers have sold my data to that I was unaware of. Some of these are pending, and some of these websites, I was like,
what the hell is even that?
Aura is offering you a free 14-day trial that you can cancel at any time by simply clicking my link at aura.com/NCR or scanning the QR. Make sure you keep your data safe by using my link. That's aura.com/NCR or scan my QR code and start today with your free 14-day trial. You can cancel at any time. That's aura.com/NCR for your free 14-day trial. Please do not forget to sign up for that free 14-day trial. It will save you time. It will save you money. Not only that, I forgot to mention this in my last commercial. That identity theft protection. Aura offers you a $1 million insurance policy on that.
Oh, handy.
Oh, yeah. Before we get into the power rankings, it's time for our newest segment to the podcast, Morning Briefing. Now, normally I present the best of the week, but Grady dropped 2 bangers this week.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Let's start off with
we need a theme opening to it as well.
I'm going to work on one. So here is the first morning briefing, the tequila thing.
Yeah, I'm going to introduce you to a fella. And there's one thing that's really, really important. if you're going to go into Publix near closing time, wearing your pajamas with your orange jack-o'-lantern face on it, you might know that people are going to recognize you. You stand
Naturally.
out in a crowd when you wear your pajamas into a store, carrying a backpack that you put some Don Julio tequila valued at $100 in. That's right. You took the store with the tequila and walked out. Well, the people at Publix said, well, that's not nice. This is Publix where shopping is a pleasure, not Publix where stealing is a pleasure.
He's got a point. He's got a point.
Very much. Very much. Yes.
It's shopping is a pleasure, not theft or stealing. But you went straight for the Don Julio. I mean, he's got good taste. I'll say that.
This is very true. Now, the only thing I'm hoping with it as well is that he's not mixing that Don Julio with anything else and he's having it straight. Otherwise, that is an abomination towards Don Julio.
I know. If you're stealing the $100 bottle, you know that's a premium bottle. You know that's going to be a better aged source of tequila.
So they call the sheriff's office. I know you're tired of hearing this. Yeah, there's video in every store. And we look at it, and our great deputy said to himself, Self, I recognize that dude from having interactions with him before.
Stop.
So
did those pajama pants have only one leg?
He rolled the one leg up.
Oh, right. That still looks incredibly sus.
Oh, yeah. Wait for
to
it.
go to his house, and he confessed. He was even wearing his same pajamas. But he said he didn't have the tequila because he drank it all. Come on, man. I don't much think you can drink that much tequila and be standing up. Did you eat the worm too? I mean, do they even put worms in tequila? You drink a lot of tequila, it'll make you crazy. Make you go into a store and steal. He's in the jail now. Have a good day. Hello, everybody.
Okay. One, I love the
that is top-notch banter.
I love the Trailer Park Boys clip of Mr. Leahy. that was like perfect. But wait till you see the other morning briefing.
Oh, no.
Because I think this one might be a relative of Mr. Shuggy.
A very special morning briefing that I think Laura Lee would appreciate. This is Mark Gibbon. He's 62, and he's from Beaconsfield, England. You know, across the pond.
Across the
So
pond.
here's the deal. The British are coming. The British are coming. 1 if by land, 2 if by sea, 3 if by swimming pool.
Okay.
Right. He was in the
3 if by swimming pool. What do you think he did in a swimming pool?
Oh, don't tell me he was caught masturbating in the swimming pool.
No, but he would have been better off with that one.
swimming pool with his daughter-in-law. And they got into an argument over the grandchildren's inheritance. Well, Mark had been drinking a little bit, so he decided, well, heck, I'll just drown my daughter-in-law.
Whoa!
He held her underwater. Did you hear what I said? Held her underwater. She fought to get above the water, and he pushed her down under the water again and again. One of his grandchildren jumped in the pool to try to intervene. He pushed them away and continued to try to drown the victim, who's his daughter-in-law. Neighbors who saw the commotion said, "We're calling the police." Well, the police didn't show up, but the sheriff's deputies did. And we arrested Mark Gibbon, who was here on vacation from across the pond. He's still here, and he's not on vacation. He's locked up in the county jail with no bond. That's right, attempted murder. He doesn't have a red coat, but he's got an orange suit. Have a good day.
Wow.
I told you it was hard to choose.
Dear, oh dear.
It was hard to choose between which one. So I chose both.
Now, what's fascinating out of that is that normally Australia is the one that's joked about being the penal colony. Has Florida now taken that over?
I think we're working on it. We are working on it.
Oh, that's good. That is very good. What a great way to start the show.
Okay, with the ceremonial coin being ready to be tossed, I'm going heads this week. It was a good slap.
That was a very good slap, and you're going to be even happier because it is a head.
Nice. We're kicking things off with a Florida woman. Florida woman who was arrested in 2023 for DUI makes silly face with her tongue out for her mugshot is arrested again in 2025 for DUI and makes silly face with tongue out in new mugshot.
Nice.
Hold on. I got to do this proper.
I'm your moderator, Larry King.
You know what I mean.
Now, a word to our audience. Even though we're being broadcast on Fox, there's no need for obnoxious hooting and hollering.
Thank you, Fox 35 Orlando, for bringing us this story.
I feel so good right now, honestly.
A Brevard County woman is facing her second DUI charge after deputies say she was caught driving while under the influence Sunday night, once again making light of the situation by posing with the same funny face, in her booking photo from 2023. According to the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, was on patrol in the West Precinct, had noticed a vehicle without tags and lights. The deputies reported they turned with a green light and the vehicle did not move, prompting him to activate his emergency lights. The driver, identified as Danielle Gunzira, eventually turned into a parking lot. Danielle appeared disorderly and it took her time to provide identification, and at times rambled. She admitted she had smoked marijuana and agreed to perform field sobriety exercises, which the deputies say she failed. Danielle was arrested providing a breath sample, which deputies said was registered at 0.160 for a blood alcohol count, twice the legal limit.
Decent.
Danielle, who was previously arrested in 2023 and booked in Brevard County Jail for DUI, was on a $1,000 bond. The sheriffs say that they sent the case to the prosecutor for prosecution. We don't know if she has made bond or not, but I want to show you the mugshots. Okay.
I'm looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to this.
So we're going to start with the 2023 mugshot.
Yeah.
Charming young lady right here. Charming.
Looks like she's broken.
And now here's the new one.
Well, to be fair, the lighting is a lot more favorable to her, because if you go down to the previous one, like clearly you can see that the filler for the light was not very kind to her. Go back to the main one. Yeah, that's much better.
Lighting aside, I think making light of your second DUI arrest and your first one is not going to help your case with the prosecutor. Just saying.
I see what you did there. I see what you did.
What?
I
happen to be a wordsmith.
Yeah. A cunning linguist, one might say.
Also a cunnilingus. But that's beside the point. Moving on to number 10 for the shit towns of Australia.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a while since this has happened, but I'm pleased to say that an old favourite has made its way back to number 10.
Port Pirie?
Yes, still shit.
Port Pirie. Don't you ever change.
You know what? To be fair, it had missed the top 10 so many times over the last few weeks. It's nice to see it back.
It is. It's like having an old friend that you run into at a coffee shop. I thought you were still locked up. No. I got out after all.
Evidently, it's probably cleaned off the pigeon poo off the top of the building of SA Health.
Yeah. But then it's just going to be covered in something else.
Yeah, quite possibly. Who is your number 9?
Number 9. Florida man is bitten by a shark after he poses with it for a photo op.
Oh, that's smart. That's very smart.
And again, brought to us by Fox 22.
Who?
A Lee County man, Sean Moosey, was bitten by a lemon shark when he was attempting to take a photo with it for his birthday fishing trip. Mousy is recovering in the Gulf Coast Medical Center. He said he was holding the shark and posed prior to releasing it back into the Gulf when the incident occurred. I didn't know what a wild animal was going to do. Do you know? Something happened. We're terrified. It's terrifying doing this, Uzi said. Audio from the 911 call obtained by Gulf Coast News mentioned that Mousy was awake and had a tourniquet on his leg to stop the bleeding. According to the fire chief who sent the fire rescue to help him, around 10:55 p.m., we met the group of fishermen on the south end of the beach of Boca Granada. Boca Granada Fire Department assisted with EMS in treating the bite. The man on the bite of the man on scene, and he was airlifted to the Gulf Coast Medical Center. Lemon sharks are prohibited species in the state of Florida, requiring them to be that they remain in the water. Their gills submerged during fishing. Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commissioners maintain. Of course, you can catch them while fishing, but taking fishing for sharks from land is prohibited. Mousy acknowledged the requirement and said, "You have to take a class. You have to take a class. You get your shark and you fish from land, and you fish from land for a shark. But whatever." It was just like 30-minute class and it's free. However, he admitted he did not have a permit to start out with. No, but I wasn't fishing. I just took it off the hook while adding that wasn't the one he caught. That's a lemon shark. Naturalists like Robert Howell say the online video believes the incident was preventable. That shark wanted to get back in the water as quick as possible, Howell said. It was in pain, it was scared, and not like people giving those animals the respect they deserve. I didn't see any respect in the video. Deputies, despite the incident, Mousy did not believe he did anything wrong, but clearly he did. I'm unlucky or lucky at the same time because, there was a few inches away. I might not be here, he said. He is expected to have a guaranteed successful surgery and grateful for surviving, and has ongoing surgery on his leg on Tuesday. the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission are investigating this case right now. Now, we do have a word from the representative of that lemon shark to read a statement.
Oh, well, you can kindly go fuck yourself.
Indeed. Indeed. I tried to find the photo because I really wanted to see it, but why fuck with a shark? Those things have not changed other than getting smaller since the fucking Jurassic period.
Especially when they get very bitey.
Well, naturally.
Indeed.
Who is your number 9?
Number 9 takes us to Tyab in Victoria. Now, Tyab's on the Mornington Peninsula in Victoria, so about an hour and a half's drive south of Melbourne. Funnily enough, it's where the captain spent a fair bit of his time. So nice. To the captain, a good friend of our show, hope you're doing well. What happened here? A female footy player has hit an opponent. She gets red carded, and she flips off and moons the opposition coaches.
Okay, then.
And a little bit of a different one for you today. It's not going to be it's not going to be sort of a regular clip or whatever. We're going to show you the commentary. So this is gonna get interesting. Here we go.
I feel a bad moon rising.
I mean, probably 2 players. Oh, gee, that's a big
king hit.
Oh, that's a big collision.
There she goes.
It looks like the umpire is going to be pulling out.
It's going to be off
card. It's a red, and off goes Amber Renoff. It's not. Oh, gee. Well, she's mooned him as well. It's not a great look. In the best
There's
on
a
ground.
bad moon rising.
And she's given.
It is. And what's even better is whenever we do this kind of thing, one thing we're going to start doing a bit more is the comment section. Because we always know that's where some of the best entertainment comes from, doesn't it? Need to normalize the phrase flashed a brown eye. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. She was best on ground as well. I mean, criticism of the filming. What was this filmed on? A potato?
Quite possibly.
Yes. That's a shit situation.
Can you go up? Because there's one that made me actually giggle. Up to the top where it started.
Oh,
right here. 6 for the punch. 6 for the brown eye.
From the person who posted it as well. Good follow up. Good follow up. Yeah, we're going to do this more often. Is just go through these and see if there are any good comment sections.
Oh, I know.
Oh, mate, that's good. So yeah, punching king hit during a footy game down in southern Victoria. Who's your number 8?
A Florida man and Florida woman, Miami Dade duo cuffed after Carnival Cruise tried to pay for a Winn-Dixie trip with fraud scam, cops say. A man and woman were wrapped up for their 4-day Carnival cruise in handcuffs after authorities say they tried to pay for it by using gift cards acquired as a part of a extortion and fraud scheme targeting Winn-Dixie stores in the Miami-Dade County area. Okay. I need to pull up these names because it's Spanish. My Spanish is horrible. I don't want to mispronounce them, so please bear with me here.
Oh, you want me to have a crack at it?
Ida Perez La Paz, age 43, and her male companion, hold on one second. Rogerio Dacuta Fernandez, age 45, were taken into custody at the Port of Miami on Monday. Deputies arrested them and a third suspect. Can we get Randy real quick?
Oh, do we need Randy, do we?
Oh, yes. Because as you can see,
The plot thickens!
Oh,
a third
Jeez.
suspect, Beatriz Paz Roca, age 66, a few hours later outside of a Winn-Dixie in Darrell, after she committed fraud there. The three lived at the same house outside of Miami where this incident occurred. Miami-Dade Sheriff's deputies say Dacroca, Fernandez, and Para La Prez racked up a combined total of $18,000. While Paz Roca took in about $12,000. The investigators say the three had purchased gift cards from various retailers using an alternative bank card where they was issued by the supermarket chain paying process system, leading to the Winn-Dixie to lose out on money. About 233 fraudulent transactions took place involving one of the members of the trio. Investigators found them on social media posts on Thursday where the Croca Fernandez and Perez Lopez had boarded a Carnival cruise ship. The deputies booked that said they had booked the cruise on July 26 using the fraudulent gift cards they had bought from a Winn-Dixie the previous day. This is a long story, so we're just going to sum it up. The U.S. Customs and Border agents met them at the cruise ship before boarding with the fraudulently purchased gift cards and had arrested them. They then arrested the third suspect. They said that the Winn-Dixie at 10,505 Northwest 41st Street in Darrell had gave her a fraudulent budget on one of the Amazon gift cards of $150. Jail records show that all three are in jail on a $10,000 bond and immigration holds.
Jeez.
Okay, so I want you to see these three geniuses of Florida man crime. Here's our first two.
Yeah. Pretty stock standard.
Now, here's the third woman.
Oh, wow.
You know, I get it. You want to go on a cruise, you want to have a good time, but Do you really need to defraud the Winn-Dixie?
They seriously have nothing better to do.
Apparently not.
No.
Who is
Jeez.
number 8 for the shit towns of Australia?
Number 8 takes us to a town that's been popping up a fair bit lately. We're off to Kalgoorlie in Western Australia, where a woman has been accused of biting cops. But you want to know what her defense was?
I think I have an idea, but sure.
She has no teeth. A woman who says she has no teeth has been accused of biting police officers and a pub patron who tried to stop her from stealing a tips jar. Brittany Louise Towers, self-represented in Kalgoorlie Magistrates Court on Thursday, and launched a bail application which was opposed by the prosecution. She has been remanded in custody pending further assessments, but yes, her defense is relying on the fact that she can't technically bite someone because she has no teeth.
You know what I thought her defense was really going to be?
What was it?
Bad cops, bad cops. Bad cops, bad cops.
And once again, well played to the comments section, because we've got someone commenting she could have gummed them. Shame trying to bite with no teeth. What was she trying to accomplish with them? There's a gummy shark on the loose. We need to bring gum violence to an end.
You know what that reminds me of? It's the story we covered last year.
What was that?
Hey, actually, the records.
Oh, no. It was Look Ma, no teeth.
Grandma, no teeth.
Yes. Wow. You know what? We've got to do that more often. I think that's going to become our new thing, is reading some of these. If we have comment sections available, we have to read them, and there's going to be an award going out for comments of the week.
Yeah. Oh. Right now, it's tough because we've had 2 great comment sections.
And gum violence is up there at the moment.
Gum on gum violence is a horrible thing. We need to put an end to it right now. This program does not support gum on gum attacks.
If this is going to keep up, we're going to need to regulate it by requiring everyone to have a gum license.
You'll take my gums from my cold, dead mouth.
Oh, yeah, that is brilliant. Who's your number 7?
Oh, number 7. A Florida man is charged after directing his sprinklers on disabled neighbors getting off the bus.
Oh, come on.
Yes, that much of a dick of a person here. A Florida man an Ocala man was arrested and charged with multiple felonies after directing his sprinkler system to spray on disabled victims as they were getting off of a school bus. In April, Corporal Kyle Ferguson reported to the home after Antonio Roman, age 61, intentionally sprayed a family next door with his sprinklers. The family said this has been ongoing since August of 2024. Roman activated his sprinklers twice a day and directed them at 2 victims who were special needs going on and getting off a bus. The Morrow County Sheriff's Office said one of the victims was a minor and the other was an adult. Ferguson learned about the attack and where they were so frequent. The father had began wearing swimming gear To try to shield his child from being sprayed, the detectives collected the surveillance equipment of surveillance on Roman's home and saw the sprinklers only activate at the bus stop at the occurring times of when the bus would arrive and when they would get on and off the bus.
Okay, that is genuinely shit behavior.
It gets worse.
Oh no.
Roman told the detectives that he was upset about the location of the bus stop and that they used part of his driveway for the wheelchair ramp for one of the victims.
Oh, come on.
Ferguson also learned that Roman was using his surveillance cameras to track the arrival and departure of the bus and manually activated the sprinklers. So this isn't like, okay, I've rearranged them and they're going off on a timer. He is just watching them come, and then he's just like flipping the switch.
That's fucked. Seriously, that is fucked.
Yes. Deputies arrested Roman at his house on Sunday, and he was charged for 4 counts of misdemeanor stalking, 2 counts of misdemeanor battery, and here's the best part, 2 counts of felony battery on disabled person.
Jeez.
I don't happen to have a mugshot of this fine. Well, I think I might be able to pull it off the Florida man. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Yes, I do have his mugshot here, so we can see
good.
this fine specimen. So we like to publicly shame our degenerates here. Look at Mr. Roman. Look at Mr. Roman. He looks like a degenerate Mr. Roper.
Jeez. He just looks like he's angry with life.
I mean, come on. You got to understand. Those people, they can't help how they were born.
Exactly.
Okay, I understand. You could be upset. Maybe try talking to the school. Saying, hey, I don't want you guys doing this on my driveway, but you're doing it on my driveway. Maybe they could talk to the neighbors and say, hey, could we use part of your driveway to help these people in a wheelchair get on the bus? And most people would say, sure, why not? Let me do a little bit of good for some people.
Yeah.
Not, I'm going to spray them because I don't like them.
It's not quite wood chipper level, but it's definitely tour of the wood chipper level.
Oh, I'm not even worried about the wood chip because the boys in the cell block are going to teach him a lesson.
Oh, I reckon, quite possibly, yeah, quite possibly.
Moving on to number 7.
Well, before we get to that, I've actually found my honourable mention. It was sent in to the Shit Towns of Australia, and by the way, make sure you check out their Facebook page because there's a whole lot of good stuff there. And very disappointed that this didn't make the list, but I thought I had to bring it up as an honourable mention of a situation that happened in Perth where a car had been parked illegally across a driveway, to which someone took the effort to write a note and put it in a plastic sleeve and put it on the windshield. Would you like to see it?
Sure. I mean, it can't be that bad. I mean, how bad could it be?
It's hilarious. I'll say that much. And for those wondering what it says, here it is. Dear fuckwit, park here again and block the car park entrance and the piece of shit will be put on bricks. You absolutely fucktarded fuckosaurus fuck-faced fuck. And just the detail of it, of someone drawing fucktardo the fuckosaurus.
You know what? There's only one thing to say to that.
It's just not right. It's really eerie here. Something's fucky.
I mean, That, you know what? I'm gonna go one more with that because that is bona fide shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Do 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 do. Shenanigans. Do 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 do. Shenanigans. Do 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 do.
Thank you, Reggie.
Hey, he's been waiting to do that for a while, so it was good to find out. But yes, I think you can agree that is shenanigans.
That is shenanigans, but it's the good shenanigans.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's beautiful. That from that straight onto our actual story, which, to be fair, we're going to get a bit of everything into the next one because our next story for the Shitsounds of Australia takes us to Albury in New South Wales, where a Gronk threatened to stab his housemate because he was having sex too loudly.
Oh my.
Okay.
A friendship that stretched back 14 years floundered when his flatmate's sexual activity resulted in a Thaguna man threatening to stab him. Hayden Jason Heaven and his mate had been sharing a house in Lamington for about 12 months. The complainant asked why, police said, and the accused stated it was because he could hear the complainant and his girlfriend having sex. The man defended his actions, telling Heaven that he was going to hear things like that in a share house. The friend said he would continue having sex with his girlfriend, whether Heaven liked it or not. Then I will fucking kill you, Heaven said. Defense lawyer Mark Cronin asked Albury Court Registrar Wendy Howard for an adjournment on Heaven's sentencing to September 9. Miss Howard granted the adjournment.
You know, I wonder if he's going to go with a boner defense.
And then, of course, the comments section. Are we ready to go?
I just have
I
just have to say one thing real quick before we get to the comments. When it comes to this roommate,
you fucking weirdo.
Someone wrote in the comment section, he's not a very good friend. Friends share.
Okay.
Clearly, someone has a case of if I'm not getting any, then you can't either us. Oh, boy. Clearly, old mate hasn't been to heaven in a while. Heaven clearly does not allow that behavior. It is ungodly. Oh, and of course, someone's actually posted, just said the shit towns of Australia. That's great. Tell me you're an incel without telling me you're an incel. And the worst part is they misspelled incel as well. They spelled it as incel.
You know, this actually closely resembles an actual Florida man case from like 2015, 2016. Where a Florida man had called the cops on his girlfriend and his friend because they refused to have a threesome with him.
Oh. And to finish it all off, someone posted a link to the song Slice of Heaven by Dave Dobbin.
That boy ain't right.
Oh. Oh, the comments are rich tonight, aren't they?
They are.
Who's your number 6?
A elderly Florida man and Osiris Park resident was arrested after poisoning his neighbor's cats. Yes, another case of a dickhead elderly man being a prick. An elderly man is behind bars after he allegedly poisoned his neighbor's cats by leaving out trays of food that were tainted, authorities say. The family is in mourning after two of their cats had to be put down. Investigators say both pets suffered exclusively from kidney damage by eating poisoned food.
Oh no.
One of the cat's owners, who identified herself as Catherine, spoke to 7 News on Thursday. A gruesome reading would be a gross misunderstanding of how to deal with problem animals. Catherine said that she made the horrifying discovery when she returned home to her home over the weekend to find one of her cats sick. We called her name and she couldn't get up, so they lifted her up by the head. Catherine rushed the 1.5-year-old cat named Little to a vet. The pet owner said she was shocked by what they found. We were told that her kidney values were off the charts, that she had catastrophic organ damage, and that she would have to be put down. Catherine said Little was so sweet and so curious and so smart. Little's older sister, Stella, would also suffer a same fate not long after returning. When they came back home from putting down Little, they found her sister in the backyard, deceased. Her family is now heartbroken by the situation and the loss of their 2 beloved pets in one day. Stella and Little's mom, Patches, survived. So Patches did survive. In the following days, Catherine and her family began to work out how both cats could have gotten poisoned. Catherine and her family told News 7 they noticed someone had placed blue trays out with food several months ago. The trays were placed in public places, not in private property. Upon learning through surveillance footage, the family identified a neighbor, Charles Kubis, is seen putting the trays out there. After investigators arrested him, the cat-loving family hoped others in the neighborhood will be more responsive to showing compassion to any cat that they come across. Whenever you see a cat as a pest or overpopulating or as a beloved pet, a beloved family member, as I did, there's a right way and a wrong way of handling the situation, Catherine said. Contact pest control. Contact animal control services. You endangered the community. The neighbor is now facing felony charges of animal cruelty and has since bonded out of jail. The suspect's neighbors believe he won't do this again. Now, we do have his mugshot.
Good.
And I just have to say, why? Why, sir, would you poison those cats? You could have talked to your neighbors. You couldn't just go, hey, your cats are in my yard. They're tearing up my bushes. They're tearing up my flower beds.
Yeah.
You couldn't address the situation like an adult. You had to be a prick.
You are the reason we can't have nice things.
Our hearts do go out to Catherine and her family for the loss of their beloved pets. It's never a good thing when you have to put a pet down or you lose a pet.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed.
Let's move on to something a little more funny. So what does the shit towns of Australia have for their number 6?
Jeez, this one's gonna, make you think. We're off to Sydney in New South Wales. More specifically, we're off to the inner west of Sydney, around Marrickville,
Okay.
where a tobacco shop has been using Labubu kids to promote vapes.
Why?
Oh, this is bad. A tobacco shop has been slammed as a blatant attempt to target children after using global toy sensation Labubu on its shop front signage. The newly opened Labubu Stop and Shop on Marrickville Road in Marrickville featured signage showing two of the widely popular Labubu plushies with a hand holding a vape position in front of each of them. Another sign identified it as a tobacconist and is just meters away from the electoral office of Prime Minister Anthony Albanese. Inner West Mayor Darcy Burton, who shared a photo of the shop online, called the display a disgrace and blatant advertising to children. This is beyond belief. A picture of the popular children's toy smoking is on the signage, he said. The photo sparked outrage on social media, with many users saying the signage could mislead children. Do you know what the worst thing is? My kid walked past it and called it a lolly shop, one comment read. We definitely don't need another tobacco shop in Marrickville. Was very disappointed when it opened. Now, it's a bit of a problem within its own right already, but just so everyone can get a sense of the absolute dipshittery we're dealing with, here's the shop front. There it is in plain sight. We're trying to stop kids from smoking. That's not how you do it.
I mean, there's laws here in the States. We can't advertise tobacco products to children. That's why we can't have the Flintstones selling Winston cigarettes anymore. Or Marlboro cigarettes, I believe. It's one of the two.
Oh, honestly, whoever's running that shop, give yourself an uppercut. Seriously.
You know what? I think he needs?
What's that?
He needs a public booting.
Yeah, I agree. We need to get that as part of our assets for next time, don't we?
Yes.
The booting. Oh, I'm up for that. Who's your number 5?
Number 5, Florida woman charged after allegedly packing a gun in her children's backpack to return it to the father of the child. This could have ended in tragedy.
Oh my! Oh, this drink of water, honestly.
Okay, a Florida mom has been charged with 2 felonies after allegedly sending her young child to school with a firearm. During the first week of class at Coppergate Elementary School, also known as Coppergate School of Arts, officials found the gun in the student's backpack, according to the news release from the Clay County Sheriff's Office. Upon arriving to Middleburg-based school on Wednesday, August 13th, the student discovered the weapon in their bag. The Clay County Sheriff said they then told the teacher, who was the alternative schools officials and the sheriff's office, which was quickly to respond to the community situation. All children are safe, according to the Clay County Sheriff's Office. Cook wrote on a Facebook post early that morning, the notification comes as the school was placed in what the Clay County Sheriff's Office call a serious situation, meaning educators could not continue instructing with their pupils. Anyone who leaves or enters the school grounds, the sheriff's office said, the gun in question was confiscated. While the school's situation and the gun were possession was handled by the Clay County Sheriff's Office, they were quickly to learn that the student's mother, Serena Boning, I hope I'm pronouncing that last name right. Let me double check because it sounds like it's Boner. Oh, Bronner. I'm sorry. Bronner. But she did pull a boner of a move there. Was taken into question and be interviewed. It was discovered that she was the parent of the child in question, and the mother placed the gun in the backpack and told the young child to return the firearm to their father before they left for school.
Jeez.
Honey, I need you to do me a big favor. Pay attention to the teachers in class. Don't be mean to Kevin. And when you see Daddy, give him back his pistol. Do that for Mommy. Be an extra big boy for today, okay? I wonder who the father is. R. Kelly?
Oh. So I pulled out the gun.
The child was taken to Coppergate Elementary by the father, who was unaware the gun was in the backpack. Therefore, the firearm ended upon the school grounds. Upon learning that Bronner, age 39, had allegedly sent the child to school with the firearm, she was arrested for child neglect and giving a firearm to a minor. Both are felony charges.
God, I hope it wasn't a Monday. Oh.
It was a Monday, wasn't it?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
What?
Oh, don't tell me we're going to bring the Boomtown Rats into this now.
We're going to have to probably.
Oh, no. Oh.
People reached out to Bronner and the Coppergate School of the Arts spokesperson for comment, but did not receive any immediate response. The Florida Department of Children and Families was also alerted to the situation and responded in a statement to the sheriff's office, which is this: poor decisions, an attempted incident and a poor decision, said the situational awareness, could have ended in tragedy. It's concerning that the parents know what their children are bringing to school before they leave the home. Look into the backpacks, ask questions, have conversations on what's appearing or happening at school. In specific cases, this was a poor decision that could have ended in tragedy. Gratefully, the partnership with the Clay County District Schools and their school resource deputy and detectives will keep working on the student safety. But yeah, wow. Florida mom. You're not making good decisions there.
What the actual fuck? What in the actual fuck are you playing at? I mean, seriously, you put a gun in your kid's backpack to take to school to eventually give to the father of the kids. Are you insane?
Clearly.
Wow.
Let's move on to your number 4. Well, you're number 5 actually.
Number five. That takes us to Perth in Western Australia. Perth's been doing pretty well this week so far, where a couple have allegedly been living in an old lady's vacant house for years without anyone noticing.
How?
Let's find out, shall we? A multi-million-dollar home in the leafy western suburbs of Perth has become big news after its owners claimed the young family living there were actually squatters. The one-story brick cottage on Kitely Road in Shenton Park had been renovated since its most recent occupiers moved in. But the family of its elderly owners says schoolteacher Jeremy Hubbard and musician Rachel Savage have been living in the $2 million property rent-free and without any agreement. At no time had she authorised anyone to live in the property, period. No rent's been paid. They're not authorised. She's never met them. There's no lease. No local weekly newspaper, The Post, broke the story in its August 9 edition, revealing the couple and their baby were allegedly living there without the knowledge of owner Marilyn Watson. The paper reported a woman told its reporter, "We are renting," during a brief exchange at the house in November. According to social media posts that now appeared deleted, Hubbard was employed as the head of Year 9 at the King's College in Wellard last year. The school has been contacted for comment. His wife described herself on a website as a pop singer-songwriter who's performed in Nashville and LA. It is believed they are no longer living in the 107-year-old home after removals reportedly were seen there on Saturday following media coverage of the situation. Miss Watson, now 81, moved out of the home due to hail damage in 2010, with Google Street Views images showing the property's front garden fell into a state of disrepair over the years. Between March 22 and 24, a new white picket fence appears to have been installed along with plants and fresh licks of paint over the veranda posts. Let's have a look at this, shall we?
All right.
First off, there are the two squatters.
They don't look like your stereotypical squatters. I mean, I was expecting a grunk and a grunkess.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the owner's nephew, who I think has a bit of a role as a power of attorney. That's what the house looked like originally in March 2022. Okay. And here it is 2 years later.
I mean, it looks like they tried to improve it. I mean,
here they are. There they are in a vineyard together. So, yeah.
You know, I think, honestly, I want to be mad at them. I do. But I kind of don't. I'm conflicted.
It's unusual, this, because, to be fair, they built a fence, a proper fence, cleaned up the front yard, painted the house. No one did or said anything about it. I'm with you. I'm kind of conflicted on this. On one side, they've been living rent-free for God knows how long and basically claiming it. But then at the same time, they've actually done a decent job with cleaning the place up.
It looks like they've been maintaining it, maybe they could reach out and work out a deal between the owner and them. Say, hey, look, you didn't damage it, but you owe us some rent if you're going to stay here. Maybe work out a deal on some back pay, or.
Well, if there's some back pay, and then you just go, listen, no, you owe us for about 2-3 years of for example, 2-3 years of unpaid rent. But I'll tell you what, because you've done this, we'll subsidize, and you only have to pay us back pay for a year or something like that.
Work out a deal or something. It's like normally we see squatters and they just destroy the home.
Yeah.
This is like a reverse squatting.
He made it better. Like, let us know in the comment
property value.
Let us know in the comments section what you think about that particular story, because that one's quite interesting.
It's very conflicting.
Who is your number 4?
Number 4 is a Florida woman. I'm going to fucking blow you guys up. Drunken outburst lands Florida woman in jail.
Wow, that was aggressive.
There's only one thing that...
Buddy, shit just went from 0 to 100 real fucking quick.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
A drunken threat lands a Florida woman in jail this year. Hold on one second. I got to pull the story up. I got I'm starting the story now. I hate the ad blockers that come up with, because I have to disable them and it brings up all these big ads afterwards. Sorry about that, folks.
No.
A drunken Florida woman's threats land her in jail earlier this year, according to court records obtained by News 6. In the arrest affidavit released this week, police say the incident occurred way back in May, which is when the woman identified as Kristen Gilly, age 29, called the front desk of the University of Central Florida Students Care Services. Prior to investigation, Gilly started off on the phone by going into expletives of blowing you guys up before immediately hanging up the call. She also did not answer return calls from the Student Care Center. Kristen was identified due to a voicemail box message and her phone number. UCF students' files, the affidavit reads, Christina sent over 200 incriminating text messages from the same phone number used to place the bomb threat.
That's almost an Alex Jones style stuff up with the incriminating text messages.
It almost is. Text messages included pictures of herself and that were reported by the professor in question, who she made the threats towards. Days later, police contacted Gilly via phone and asked her about the bomb threat. At the time, she reportedly confessed that she was angry and admitted to it was a mistake. I thought it would be funny, and I was drunk when I called, Gilly told police. As a result of the incident, Gilly was arrested and faces charges of false reporting a bombing against a state-owned property, unlawful use of a two-way communication device, and her next hearing is scheduled for August 21st. Oh, so that was this week.
Oh, dear.
This was this past Thursday. So, Christy, come on.
Oh, that screams Karen.
I thought it was funny. Come on. I was drunk anyways. Come on, Mr. Caruso. Let me get away with it. I'm just drunk.
Oh, God. Could you imagine if they found a video of this? This would end up on Drunk Girls.
Oh, God. I don't need that out there. Do not put that in the universe. Do not put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Parsons.
Do not put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Oh, boy.
Moving on to your number 4, please.
Number 4. Oh, God. I mean, I'm going to mention the town, and I'm going to let you guess what it involves. Alice Springs.
Nudity.
No.
Poo jogger.
No.
Copper theft. Copper theft.
Teen crime.
Should have gone with my gut.
Have you ever tried simply turning off the TV, sitting down with your children, and hitting them?
7 feral girls from the age of 11 to 15 arrested after women were assaulted.
Why am I not surprised?
7 female youth offenders have been arrested by the Northern Territory Police Force after an aggravated assault occurred in Alice Springs during the course of the week. At 11:35 p.m., and this would have been at the start of the week, the Joint Emergency Services Communications Center received a report that 2 females aged 23 and 28 had been physically assaulted by a group of youths in the Todd Mall. Members from Strike Force Viper, the Social Order Team, and General Duties responded, and all 7 offenders were located and arrested. The victims suffered minor injuries and did not require medical treatment. Get ready for this, ladies and gentlemen. The offenders aged 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, and 15 were all dealt with under the provisions of the Youth Justice Act.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's 11 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? I told you last night. No.
Where are they? Their food's getting all cold and eaten.
Oh my God. Like, seriously, the Alice has a youth crime problem. Seriously. Before I blow a head gasket on that, let's get to the medals. Who's your bronze medalist for this week?
My bronze medalist and my silver medalist are going to need a little trip from the guidance counselor. So instead of playing it twice,
drugs are bad. You shouldn't do drugs. If you do them, you're bad because drugs are bad. Okay, it's a bad thing to do drugs, so don't be bad.
Okay. Our number 3 story in our bronze medalist comes from Mrs. Tom. Thank you, Mrs. Tom. Homeless man found with 39 grams of meth and over $2,700 is arrested by Orlando officers.
Is that all? $2,700?
Wait, it gets better.
Uh-oh.
Officers spotted a suspicious drug deal in Orlando, later finding $2,700 in cash and 39 grams of methamphetamine on a homeless man. The Orlando Police Department said its officers found the homeless individual officers from the Homeless Intervention Unit arrested the man on Wednesday after witnessing what appeared to be a drug transaction near North John Young Parkway and West Livingston Street. The 59-year-old suspect, hold on 1 second. That can't be a real name. That can't be his real name.
Oh, no. Okay, let's hear it.
Thurman Michael Harrison.
What the hell?
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, that can't be a real name. But Thurman Michael Harrison was found carrying more than 39 grams of methamphetamine, 4.96 grams of crack cocaine, drug paraphernalia, and $2,711 in cash. The items that the Orlando Police Department say are signs of drug trafficking. Harrison was facing multiple counts. Trafficking in methamphetamine over 28 grams. Possession of cocaine with the intent to sell or deliver. Possession of drug paraphernalia. Resisting arrest without violence. Police say the arrest reflects the proactive approach to police the community and safety. Harmon remains in custody. Well, Harrison remains in custody. Now, we do have photos.
Yes.
So, here we have the 2711 in cash here. Several grams of a crystalline substance.
Mm-hmm.
The little bit of crack cocaine there, or that could be the crack cocaine right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's definitely the crack cocaine.
Yeah,
it's got some purple meth.
Yeah. Whoa!
Gandalf over there. You shall not trip without cash.
Wow. Sir Ian McKellen has really let himself go.
Instead of Gandalf the Grey, it's Gandalf the Smoked Out. I hate to pick on this man. I don't want to pick on him, but I hope he gets treatment and help that he needs for his drug problem.
Wow. I mean, you can see how much he's done it. Look at the rings. It's almost like he's wearing a mask.
He would have got away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
Yeah, that damn dog.
So who is your bronze medalist, sir?
Our bronze medalist takes us to Launceston in Tasmania, where a 14-year-old and a 20-year-old have been arrested after a taxi driver has been stabbed and robbed. So that's pretty bad. But would you believe there's 2 stories out of Launceston? Because our feature story is a Gronk setting fire to his hospital bed mattress.
Why?
Let's go. Thousands of dollars in damages have been reported after a deliberately lit fire at the Launceston General Hospital in the early hours of Sunday morning. Firefighters responded to an alarm at the hospital shortly before 6 a.m. They discovered a mattress in an occupied room had caught fire but was already extinguished. Authorities say no injuries were reported. Fire investigators determined the blaze was deliberately lit, with damage estimated about $5,000. The matter has been transferred to Tasmania Police for further investigations. You shit human for setting fire to a mattress inside a hospital.
What the fuck is wrong with people these days?
I hope they find this prick. That is disgraceful, honestly. Before I lose my voice any further with getting angry, who's your silver medalist?
My silver medalist is going to make you laugh and think, wow. It's impressive.
And it also involves more drugs. Yes. Oh, yeah, drugs. Got to have drugs.
Florida man arrested after drone carrying drugs crash into a house.
Whoops.
A Florida man is facing charges after his drone carrying drugs, including methamphetamine and fentanyl, crashed into a house, authorities say. The homeowners called authorities after they say a man showed up in their front yard after crashing the drone into the house Tuesday in Hillsborough County. Hillsborough County sheriffs say the detectives reported and found a drone with multiple bags containing methamphetamine and fentanyl. The drone owner, a man reported as Jason Brooks, age 49, was taken into custody and arrested on the charges that include possession of a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance with the intent to sell or deliver, obviously because he's using the damn drone. Body cam footage released by the sheriff's office show deputies encountering Brooks outside of the home while he was holding what appeared to be a drone's remote control. The video also shows deputies inspecting the bags, which include one of them marked with "Share this." The fuck?
That's wild.
Later in the video, Brooks is asked to hand over the remote and put his hands behind his back, and he is arrested. The sheriffs say Brooks is facing additional charges related to having his vehicle being unregistered and missing its proper tags.
Of course it did.
Okay, so I have to show you this because it is just fucking hilarious. Here's Jason.
Yeah.
Here's the baggies in the drone.
I am so smart. I am so smart. SMRT.
I mean, respect on the hustle. Okay, I respect the hustle. You know, drone delivery, very popular. I didn't know it was popular with drug dealing, but okay, I learned something new.
Oh boy.
Who is your silver medalist? Because that was just funny.
Well, our silver medalist is Halls Creek in Western Australia, and once again, we've got more youth crime problems happening. A dead shit youth stole a car and a caravan and ran over the elderly owner.
I don't care how old he is. He needs a trip to the wood chipper, or at least to a tour.
A 14-year-old boy has been refused bail over a car theft in Western Australia's Kimberley, which left an elderly tourist in an induced coma. Police allege the boy, who cannot be identified due to his age, stole a ute, which was connected to a caravan parked at a Shell service station in Halls Creek, which is about 2,800 kilometres north of Perth. It is alleged the 14-year-old drove off while the 76-year-old South Australian man was checking the safety of his caravan. The man sustained life-threatening injuries and was flown to Royal Darwin Hospital by the Royal Flying Doctor Service on Saturday afternoon. Police arrested and charged the teenager early Sunday morning with one count of stealing a motor vehicle and one count of grievous bodily harm when stealing a motor vehicle. And let's be honest, he was probably seconds away from possibly committing manslaughter. Police prosecutor told the Halls Creek Children's Court the teenager had been nearby on an e-bike when he saw the parked vehicle with the door open, the keys left the ignition. The vehicle's owner was on a 6-month holiday around Australia with his wife and was conducting a safety check while his partner was inside the petrol station. The man was dragged along the bitumen before the caravan ran over his chest.
Oh, dear God.
The teenager then drove into bushland, rendering the vehicle undrivable. Oh, no, it gets worse. Oh, no, it gets worse. The court has been told at the time of the arrest, the boy was out on bail accused of stealing a motor vehicle from the same petrol station in a separate incident.
Okay, that's it. I'm done.
The boy's lawyer asked if he would be released to the bail house because of his young age.
I hope that judge told him to go fuck himself.
To the words to those effect, yes.
No. See, this boy needs to be tried as an adult.
Yeah.
I get it. We've all done stupid things when we're young. I can understand him taking the car for a joyride. That I could have understood. I would have been okay with him getting bond. But you almost took the life of somebody. You need to face a man's punishment. You want to commit a man's crime, do a man's time.
Agreed. And honestly, to Amnesty International, who are currently trying to run a campaign on Australia saying that adult crime, adult time legislation coming through violates children's rights, seriously, take a long, hard look at yourself. Because by your arguments, this crime would be left in juvie. He does not deserve it.
He was already out on bond for stealing a car.
Yes.
He steals another car, runs over an elderly individual, forcing that person to be placed in a medically induced coma, who may or may not make it.
Yeah.
No, that does not deserve a slap on the wrist and boys will be boys. No, that boy needs to go and do a hard jail sentence.
Yeah. Oh boy, that just makes the blood boil. Who is your gold medalist?
My gold medalist is, well, this is a spicy one.
How spicy are we talking?
Treason could be involved.
Oh, that's a first on the podcast.
A Florida man and potential arms dealer ships weapons parts likely to be directed towards the Russian battlefield.
Whoa.
Damn!
Fort Lauderdale federal agents say that they arrested a South Florida arms dealer Thursday for his involvement in scamming to ship weapons parts, tactical accessories to countries that have served as a pipeline for arms dealing to the Russian battlefield. Hold on. Let me pull up this name because his name is Russian and I don't speak Russian. I don't want to break you.
I mean, I can try and help you.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Romanian.
Oh.
Maxim Lauren is facing Fort Lauderdale federal judge on Thursday. In his case, however, is beginning. This begins in the proximity of the Eastern District of New York. Authorities say that Lemon, Maxwell, ages 43, of Plantation, Florida, is a naturalized U.S. citizen and born in Russia, who has connections to and has served to U.S.-based companies. In a news release, prosecutors say that Maxwell agreed to illegally ship weapons parts and accessories, including a targeting guiding system, to Kazakhstan.
This is insanity. This is absolute insanity.
Okay. Known as transshipping locations for good bound for Russia. Investigators say he was selling weapons as a co-defendant whose name has been redacted by the federal grand jury indictment, who is living in St. Petersburg, Russia.
Not St. Petersburg, USA.
Yeah, because that'd just be across, that's not that far from Plantation. I mean, that's maybe like a half a day trip. In the release, prosecutors say Maximoff agreed with his Russian-based co-defendant to undervalue a missile guidance system and undervaluing and mislabeling contents that were actually weapons and accessories for weapons as different items to get past U.S. Customs. For example, in 2022, Maxwell emailed his co-defendant warning him about the proximity and the packaging with images of soldiers on them, that it might be a red flag for customs if they opened it up. Really? You're more concerned about the packaging than the fact that you're selling illegal weapon accessories to a Russian-based co-defendant. All right.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't treason in the US still a capital offense if convicted?
It's a short stop with a long drop. Short drop with a sudden stop.
Oh
offense.
Boy. Yeah. Oh dear.
Maxwell also told his co-defendant to remove the packaging from the boxes so that way we don't take risks with customs. In one incident, Maxwell allegedly had set labeled firearm triggers, and charging handles as clothing and tools and light switches before shipping the illegal goods overseas. Oh, and here's the craziest part. Strap yourself in, because this one's going to kick you in the hillbilly ass. Authorities say The Raptor long-range targeting assistance device and system never made it to Kakistan. However, Homeland Security investigating agents intercepted the package in California.
How did it get that far without being detected?
I do not know. Maxim is facing several charges, which includes conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to violate Arms Expo Control Act, smuggling goods from the U.S., and submitting falsified Expo information. Prosecutors say he is set for arraignment in New York in the federal court at a later date. In the meantime, records show that he is being held in the Brevard County Jail on behalf of the U.S. Marshals Service on Friday. So I want you to take a look at this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Definitely Russian.
No Russian.
Wow. That is impressive.
I mean, I get it. I do. But is it really worth the squeeze? I mean, you realize they could add treason charges to this.
If you get convicted, you are facing capital punishment, mate.
You're already facing capital punishment.
Yeah.
You're facing decades in jail.
Yeah. Oh, but, you know, Vladimir, you know, who knows what strings he's going to pull for that.
I do not know what you speak of. I speak of only moose and squirrel.
Jeez.
I contact my friend Boris. Boris and Natasha, they're good people. They make good borscht.
Could be worse. Could be worse. Could be serving kalash.
No. No Pepsi. Cockroach.
You got it in a bucket. No bucket. Steak.
Nothing to do with crab juice.
Both utterly garbage. Shall we move on?
Yes, please. What is your gold medalist for the week?
Oh, the shittest town for the week ending the 24th of August, 2025. We're off to Queensland. It's not Townsville, but it's the next best option, NCR. You can guess where.
Goldie?
Yes.
Goldie!
A bloke has been paralyzed after being thrown off a balcony and bashed in a Facebook marketplace dispute.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
We all are. But when you think it's a fight over marketplace dispute, there's only one thing that comes to mind immediately. Police have charged a second man over an alleged assault in the Gold Coast of a car seller on Facebook's marketplace. The man was allegedly thrown over the balcony by unhappy buyers of a Nissan Pulsar. A second man has been charged over a refund dispute which ended with a Facebook marketplace seller being thrown from the veranda of his home. A 52-year-old man sold his 2013 Nissan Pulsar on the 6th of August, but 6 days later he was allegedly confronted by 3 people demanding a refund at his Stapleton home. The man was allegedly assaulted, thrown from his veranda, and further attacked while on the ground by the group before they fled in a VW van. He sustained serious spinal injuries and required surgery. Following further investigations, detectives yesterday charged a 33-year-old man from Forest Lake with 1 count each of grievous bodily harm and common assault. It followed the arrest of a 40-year-old Lockrose man who was charged on the 14th of August with 1 count each of grievous bodily harm and assault occasioning bodily harm whilst armed and in company. Both men are due to appear in Beenleigh Magistrates Court in September. Investigations are ongoing. This is insane. So let's start off with some images. We don't have any images of the people in question, but on the left here is the staircase up to the balcony. Typical Queensland homestead home. Here are the cars that were at the front. I'd like to point out that I believe that might be the car. There is the Nissan Pulsar. That's the balcony that the person was allegedly thrown from down there and beaten there. He was also allegedly beaten with a broken balustrade.
Oh, Jesus. This is why they need to stick to Gumtree.
I agree. And I think, yeah, it is. I was right. That's the Pulsar.
Nissan, thank you. You think you could thank us for the plug of your fine vehicle by giving us our cars?
Like, guys, we've been giving you basically free plugs for God knows how long. Come on.
I mean, seriously.
If you can't give us a Polestar, we'll happily accept an R32 Skyline.
Listen, I'm not asking for much, just a reliable car to get me from point A to point B and occasionally point C.
Mostly while driving sideways.
Well,
it's not a hard question to ask.
Yes.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the podcast. For me, I've got one MVP out of this, and it was the fine people that were popping up in the comments section.
Oh, the comment section this week, they are the MVPs.
Absolutely magnificent performance.
Although I think some control is going to be a very hard thing to deal with.
Yes, and I think that one in particular. For me, the Golden Turd. Geez, there were a few nominations this week for the Golden Turd.
I'm going to have to give it to the dudes committing treason.
I mean, that's, to be fair, it is treason. It's unique.
I mean, that is something we don't see, but apparently we now do in Florida.
Well, we all know what happens when you deal with treason. We all know.
As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
And on that note, I am NCR News Network.
I am Anthony Caruso, and I'm probably going to need to deal with some kangaroo testicles at this point.
If you say so, mate. And we will see you guys next time.